Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A year ago, I had a near-death-like experience, and ever since then, I could pick up on energies, and I can even hear from God itself. I was told it would take my soul 14,422 lifetimes to be completed. So I decided to start a social media platform so I can help more people speed this thing on up and finally get the heck up off this planet. For real, y'all. Ready to go. Hey guys, welcome back to Instructions for Humanity. It is me, your girl Tahirah, your spiritual teacher. You know I teach the message, we're all one in love. Grow with me, guys. Love with me. It is going to be a great ride. Okay, guys, go ahead and click on that subscribe button because YouTube be hating on me. They don't want these messages out. And then go ahead and click on the like button when you come in because it helps out the algorithm. Okay, guys, today is another intuitive reading. I received, actually, it's not even an upload. I went to turn my computer on and I saw a picture of a lion. You know, a lion is fierce, right? A lion is always on the attack, always looking for the prey. But this picture of the lion I saw was looking off to the left, looking off, and I saw so much bewilderment in its eyes. I saw so much thought in its eyes. This lion was balancing the scales. This lion was thinking about the past animals and people that it may have killed, and it was giving it deep consideration. And there was so much empathy in this lion's eyes that I saw, this picture that I saw online when I turned my computer on. So I'm going to channel more into this. I'm getting the sense that this is what the divine masculine right now is going through. Okay? Thank you to the divine source of all. Allow me to see what you want me to see. Allow me to see what you want me to see, to bring a message to humanity today about the divine masculine as we walk together in love. The divine masculine is unable to close out the cycle. Many of us have walked into the new energy. We are already in the new cycle. But see, the divine masculine was reckless at the end of the last cycle. The divine masculine was about focusing in on the prey. The divine masculine was about, I have to get there now. So many people are ahead of me in life. I need the investments now. I need the money now. I'm behind. I have to have laser focus and be on the attack. This is what the divine masculine was doing at the end of the last cycle. It wanted to catch up with its peers to the point where it was willing to attack anything in its way. It doesn't matter who it was. It can be its own mother, its own spouse, its own partner. The divine masculine could not see straight because the divine masculine had tunnel vision in this last cycle. The divine masculine understood intuitively that the cycle was ending, but didn't know it in the 3D. They just felt a sense that they needed to win at all cost. So this is what happened to the divine masculine in this last cycle. They were reckless because they had a sense of needing to win at all cost. So when I saw the lion looking off to the left, the lion was reflecting on what happened in the last cycle. The lion was not in the new cycle, was not in the new energy. The divine masculine was looking off to all of the recklessness, all of the havoc that it caused in the past cycle. And the divine masculine doesn't like what it sees about itself. Now, it won't admit that to anyone else, but this lion was in a state of solitude. No one could see the lion. Now, if you were to approach the lion would attack and be fierce, because that is what a lion does. But see, I got a glimpse of the lion, the divine masculine, off guard. When the divine masculine comes in at the end of the day and strips down and puts its wallet on the nightstand, it also puts down its armor. That's the divine masculine that I was tapping into. And it's regretful, has so much regrets and in deep thought about all of the people that it attacked to win in this last cycle, and is really questioning if that was the right thing to do. So in a way, the divine masculine is stuck in between two cycles, closing out the old cycle, but not really being able to move into the new cycle because it has some regrets of what the havoc that it caused in the last cycle. The divine masculine does not like the havoc that it created, and is very, very regretful. So any divine feminine that feels like they were done wrong in this last cycle by the divine masculine, that the divine masculine didn't care, that it was reckless, that it was sleeping with everyone and having babies all over the place and just doing these heinous things to you without any regard, I want to let you know that no, the divine masculine understands now that what it did caused you great pain and great harm, and actually is very regretful and sorrowful. And I want you to understand, like, a lion's nature is to attack. It is to attack its prey. This lion that I saw that represents the divine masculine put down its armor. It put down who it naturally is. It is actually going inside. The divine masculine is going inside and doing soul searching. This is a very feminine trait that the divine masculine is doing now. It's tapping into its inner feminine to make sense of what happened, because the divine masculine wanted to win at all costs, because it wanted to catch up to its peers. Divine masculine felt that they were behind in this last cycle and that they needed to catch up so that the world can say, "Great job, divine masculine. You've done it. You have all the accolades. You have all the material things, the cars, the houses, all the investments. You are doing a great job." That's what the divine masculine wanted the world to say to it. And it was willing to win at all cost. But I was able to see an aspect of the divine masculine that was sorrowful, that it was willing to win at all costs. And the divine masculine understands the amount of pain that the divine masculine put the divine feminine through. And it's very regretful. So I want you to know, divine feminine, that I know you guys have moved on to the new cycle. A lot of you guys have turned your back. You're standing back to back with the divine masculine because you are still a little bit in your ego, just as the divine masculine was the end of the last cycle. But what I'm seeing is the divine masculine is actually putting down the ego now and is reflecting. So they're stuck in between two cycles, almost like in, what do they call it? Purgatory. That's what the divine masculine is. The purgatory is the judgment that you give yourself. That is what's going on with the divine masculine. It's unable to move forward to the new cycle. So this could be even like, let's say, a new relationship the divine masculine wants to walk into. It's unable to move into it freely because it knows what it did on the last cycle, how it was reckless, how it was attacking its prey, how it was unethical, how it wanted to win at all costs. It doesn't feel right moving on to the new energy, even moving on to a new person, or even moving on to a new job. a new frequency without dealing with what it did in the last cycle. It is putting a really heavy burden on the divine masculine. And that glimpse that I was able to see it's actually quite beautiful, because we don't get to see the divine masculine with its guard down a lot. It has to keep up the appearances, but I was able to see the divine masculine be very, very vulnerable, and it was actually a beautiful thing to see, that the divine masculine is stepping into its heart space. Because I want you to understand that the heart space is where God is. If you're not in your heart space, if your heart space is not open, then you are closed off to the divine. You're closed off to God. And that's what happened in this last cycle. The divine masculine was trying to win at all costs. It was moving recklessly. It had its heart space closed because it was on the attack, was going to attack anything in its way. But see, when the heart space was closed, it was closed off to the divine. If it's closed off to the divine, then the divine masculine will not be on the divine path. They'll be on their own path, trying to do things with their own knowledge, with their own understanding. But see, what I'm seeing is the emotional aspect, the feminine aspect of that lion, of the divine masculine coming through. And they're taking account of what they did in the last cycle. And they are realizing that their heart space was closed. They're realizing that in order to move into the new cycle, that they have to have their heart open. And not only that, they have to ask for forgiveness from the divine feminine. They have to rewrite the wrongs they did in the last cycle, or they're going to be in purgatory. Neither here nor there. Lukewarm. Lukewarm. And the universe cannot use lukewarm energy. We have to either be hot or cold. So this is what I'm picking up about the divine masculine. There's such a heaviness in my chest right now, guys. Give me a moment. I want you to know the divine masculine is purging. So you might not be hearing from your divine masculine right now. I want you to know I feel a heaviness in my heart space, guys. It's almost like I feel like I almost want to purge out right now. This is the energy I'm picking up from the divine masculine. They are regretful. They are purging out everything from that last cycle, all of their emotions. They're making sense of it finally. They are getting the healing. They're getting that spiritual awakening. Once all of this comes out, once they purge all of this out, the spiritual enlightenment is just going to come. And it's going to be able to match you now, the divine feminine. So just be patient. Just be patient, because when someone is purging, when someone, it's like you pat someone's back when they're in the middle of purging out, after they've had a lot to drink, or after they've been sick for a while and that poison wants to come out, and you keep patting and patting, there'll be little purges coming out along the way. But see, right now, the big purge is happening with the divine masculine. The big purge is happening where, it's going to be so explosive. All of that ickiness has been going on in the divine masculine for all of these years that it's been alive. Oh my goodness, the amount of purging that is about to happen is going to be so profound. But see, what happens after a huge purge? You get renewed. The poison is out of you. You can now see clearly. You can now walk upright again. That's what's going on. The divine masculine will be able to see things clearly after this big purge that is happening right now. It will be able to make decisions clearly, not only with the mind like it used to, but now with the heart space, which is so important, because that's where the divine resides. So the divine masculine is going to be tapped into the divine. And you, divine feminine, that has already been tapped into the divine, that you thought your masculine would never catch up. But see, they are They are doing it now. And this is the final push. So what you need to do is just be supportive. You need to hold the space right now and allow space for the divine masculine to continue to purge out, because it's going to bring about a beautiful awakening within. And the divine masculine will start to see the visions, will start to hear from the divine, will start to understand everything that you tried to tell the divine masculine along your own awakening path. And when you two combined in this energy, it's so powerful. It's going to move mountains. It's going to bring a lot of healing here to the earth. You guys are going to be an example of what unconditional love, divine love truly, truly is. So divine feminine, continue to hold the space for this masculine. This masculine is in the verge of doing the last big purge out, and you're going to see a huge shift. There's going to be a huge shift of the divine masculine in your life. Everything is about to change. The divine masculine has been sick. It has had ideologies about itself, about life that wasn't its own. And it has ideologies about life that it learned from other people that are way outdated. It's purging all of that out, and it's going to be able to see itself for the first time. It's going to look at itself for the first time and say, I am lion, watch me roar. It's going to see itself for the first time. But when it sees itself for the first time, it's no longer going to be just the masculine. It's going to be the balance of the feminine and the masculine within. And you've done this, divine feminine. You've done this. You've held the space, allowed the time. You've given the patience for the divine masculine to come to this purge, to come into its awakening, to come into its divine essence. So don't lose faith now. Don't lose hope now. Just continue to hold the space. Continue to be the light in the divine masculine's life. Yeah, there's ugly things going on. There's icky things coming out of the divine masculine. A lot of those things will hurt you, divine feminine. They will. But they were all necessary to get the divine masculine into the new era, into the new cycle as a whole, complete divine being that balances out heart and mind. No longer just thinking about the mind as it was in the last cycle, but now it is the balance of the masculine and feminine within the divine masculine, the balance of the mind and the heart space. And this is going to change not only the divine masculine's life, but it's going to change your life as well. And it's also going to change the life of the collective. Because the more balance we come into with our twin flames and our soul families, the more balance we come into is the more righteous that our universe is and becomes. So I think for today, we're going to just let this be a very motivating word for the divine masculine to continue to purge out. And the big purge is here. I'm feeling like I want to purge out now, guys. It's hard to do this video because I can feel the heaviness on the divine masculine's heart. Don't ever feel that the divine masculine doesn't care about you. It does. The divine masculine has great pressures that this world has put on the divine masculine. So sometimes the divine masculine can be totally in its headspace. But see, in the new cycle, it's going to be heart and mind combined. And the divine masculine will actually start to get to the place that it always wanted to get to. Because now it's in complete divine balance. Okay? And you, Divine Feminine, is the reason for that, because you held the space to allow the time for the Divine Masculine to catch up to where you are in your love walk. Okay? I'm going to leave it right there for today. I'm going to leave it right there. But I hope this message resonated with any of you beautiful people out there. Guys, go ahead and like the video and go ahead and subscribe. And I want to say I love you guys. The birds, the bees, and yes, all of the trees. They all love you too. Love is the way. Forgiveness, it is the key. And truth is that light that guides us home. Be well, guys. Bye.